All right, welcome back. And actually, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through our Sniper Pro scanner and one of our most popular strategies in the community right now. Okay, so this works on all assets. You can use this. I have this on the NAS 100, which you can also use, as, if you might know, for futures like NQ, MNQ. You can use this on S&P 500, which also has ES, obviously, for futures as well. You can do this on gold as futures. I know futures is very popular nowadays, and you can use this on any asset. You can pull up stocks, you can pull up commodities, you can pull up um, crypto on here as well. So it's a very versatile scanner, and we love it a lot. So this is actually an opportunity that I was able to take advantage of today at the time of this recording this morning, and I'm going to walk you through how this trade played out and the power of the scanner, and also show you the scanner itself. So we go up here once again to the top. You can see we have all the different scanners we have access to. I showed you that in a previous video. There's training on every single one of these scanners. In our Discord channel, I showed you that as well. We have the different channels for the different strategies and scanners that have the training in there. Also on this, back office, there's also additional training right here. It says learn how to use the scanners, right? So we have additional training as well. But we try to keep it as our community has a kind of a brilliance, so to speak. And I'm not saying it's my brilliance, but the community as a whole on taking something that could be a complicated philosophy, complicated subject like trading, which can be complicated. I think we can all agree to that, and dumbing it down to make it very approachable, straightforward, and objective. And so this scanner helps us do that. And obviously, it's giving us a very powerful edge in the market. Now, once again, before I get started, there's no guarantees of income. Your results will depend on your efforts, of course. I think we can all agree that all trading involves a level of risk. So, I'm not a financial advisor by any means. I'm just a guy that's found a powerful edge in the market, and I use it. And many others in the community, thousands of others in the community use it as well. So let me walk you through. All right. So you see the Sniper Pro, I chose that. And you can come over here and you can set your time for your time zone, and you can pick the time frame, right? You can choose different assets here. Of course, it's on crypto right now. You can choose, Forex. You can choose indices, which also obviously has a lot of futures correlates to it. You have commodities here as well. So let me walk you through the trade and the kind of the trade plan of how this played out this morning. So, and we have a way to set an alerts on that. And I'm going to show you this as well. So what you're looking for is you're looking for price to push into the this outer band here. You see the solid outer band. You want price to come into that band. That's what that's telling us, especially when you're going with the trend. And obviously that's what this is for. Right now it's telling us this is a strong bullish trend, right? And so we know that the highest probability trades. Now you can trade this counter trend as well. If you're a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more experienced, maybe you could have taken this trade and that would have played out for a short-term, sell, right? And so you just have to be more careful with knowing where you need to get out, where should those targets be if you're going to trade counter trend. But always the best trades are going to be with the trend. I say always. I would say the majority of the time, the best trades are with the trend because every now and then you will get the reversal, of course. Now, prices come, and if everything I'm saying is like way over your head and it sounds like gibberish, just know we have the Beginners Academy for you, and we walk you through all of this step by step. The mentors, such as myself and the other leaders in the community, are here to help you. We're here to review your trades and tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, answer your questions. We have live sessions as well, Q&As, the whole works, chats, and you can just correspond with us one-on-one as well. So we have multiple ways of helping you. If this is a little over your head at the moment, but it's something you want to pursue, then of course you're in the right place. Okay. So what we're looking for is price to push into these bands. Now we know it's a strong bullish trend, so buys make sense. And if it's pushing in the bottom blue band, you're looking for buys if you get the confirmations to get in. So once it hit this blue band, you know what I did? I didn't sit here and stare at it. What I did was I jumped over to my trading view. So if you know what trading view is, it's a website, tradingview.com. You can open up a free account. They have some memberships in there as well for additional alerts and things like that. But we all, if you're a trader or you're planning to be a trader, you're going to get familiar with this platform. I can promise you that. So what I did is this is an indicator that we give the team absolutely for free. It's not, there's no upcharge for this indicator. This is an indicator that we created that cost, I think it's probably over $20,000 for us to develop this indicator over the past several years. So a lot of time and love and resources have been put into this indicator. Now, what it does is it just helps us know that prices, the momentum is moving in that direction. Okay. And so, but you need to use it in unison with the scanners. You don't want to just use it on standalone because as you can see, there's a lot here. But we only want to use it when we know the price is doing what we want it to do. So once price was pushing into the bands here, right? Price hit the bands here, as you can see. Let me just flip back and forth so you can see, right? Pushed in here. This is the candle here, right? And so it pushed in there on those bands. I set an alert for this indicator to go off. So I could just walk away from the charts. Now I only got 4 minutes away because it went off 4 minutes later, but still I wasn't staring at the chart. So this is the way that you can make it a little hands off, right? And so when the alert came back, I came back to the chart. I flipped back to the scanner. Okay. And it was right on this candle here, I believe. Right? Yeah. So this is the candle right here, this kind of grayish candle, right? A little blue and red kind of mixed grayish candle, which that color tells us that the momentum is shifting. And that alert went off here. But what I'm looking for, and let me just draw a vertical line. And I think many of you are going to be able to see this as well. I'm looking for all of these colors to align. All right, so I want a blue candle. We have a gray candle here, so I know I'm not ready right off the bat. We have a red dash, so I know I'm not ready to enter this trade yet because it's still red. So what I do is I just watch and I wait for everything to turn blue. And so there, nope, next candle, we're still red, and then boom. All right, so this candle, but it turned red. So I'm gonna wait. I'm like, no, I want all blue. So what do we get? Blue candle right here, blue dash, blue line. And so boom, I'm in the trade there. All right, so that's my entry for the trade. And as you can see what happened after that. Now, of course, we give you kind of a cookie cutter targets for this, but if you have some prior experience and you want to look at, target levels like support and resistance areas to get out or smart money areas, order blocks, supply and demand, of course, you can kind of make it your own baby, but we'll give you, enter here, and this is the cookie cutter answer to targets. All right, because that's always the answer is where do I put my stop? Where do I put my targets, my invalidation level? We're going to give you the strategy, which will teach you all that, right? So for compliance sake, I can't get too specific in a public video like this, where I'm putting my stop and where I took, where I hit my target because of, compliance. But just know we tell you exactly where to put your stop, exactly where to put your targets in the strategy. And then of course you can be more aggressive or less aggressive with that information. So this was the entry right here. All right. This candle, and as you can see what happened, price pushed up as it does, little retracement, and then boom, it's just been, trending up ever since, and now it's kind of leveling out. But that hit my targets based off of the strategy, and I'm no longer out of this trade, and that was a winning trade, right? So that's how we use this strategy. That's how we use the scanner, and this is hands down the fan favorite for the strategy and the scanner in the community. Now, if you don't like using indicators, you don't like using, the chart seems a little bit busy, and I get that, but you can filter out that noise by focusing on just the colors. That's it. And if you're one of those people like, no, I like trading price action, I showed you in a previous video when I showed you the back office and the education, some phenomenal smart money educators that just trade price action, no indicators, just price. And so we have you covered on all aspects, but this I would say is a great, I've been trading for over 8 years now, at the time of this recording. And this is my go-to. It just makes my life so much easier. And then of course, time is my biggest asset. So if I can save time, I'm going to do it. And I can set alerts on this as well. So hope you enjoyed this. That was just a quick overview of our most popular strategy, our most popular scanner. And then in the next video, I'll give you a walkthrough of our quantum scanner, which is our next popular scanner in the community, and have you take a look at that. Take care and God bless.